y'all can join. I already have a video queued up that I'm going to be posting, and it's about going through the void. Okay? It's about going through the void, because you cannot avoid the void. You can't avoid it. The void is that space you get into where the old you has not fully embodied itself, but the old you feels uncomfortable, but the new you is starting to come in, but it's still some aspects that you have not been able to reach, right? And so in that void space, you're looking at things in your life, because the 3D physical material realm, it vibrates much slower than the spiritual realm. So a lot of what we're looking at in our life and even in our body and experiencing is from shit that happened to us when we was 4. Shit that we don't even remember that happened to us when we was in the womb. Things that happened to our mama when we was in the womb. Things that happened to us when we were in elementary, middle school, and high school, and forward. And so the body is this hard drive. And even if your mind doesn't remember, the body remembers, and it's going to communicate to you through feeling tired, through not being able to fall asleep, through not being able to quiet your mind, through getting up one day and your fucking knee go out. You're like, oh shit, what the hell? I did some shit with trying to do a new yoga pose, and my damn wrist gave out on me. I was like, oh shit. Like, I'm like, okay, body, all right. Let me be more gentle. Like, my body was like, no ma'am. And so that's the body letting me know, communicating to me that it's some things that you have experienced that have not been properly processed. So you don't have the foundation of support to embody this new essence. And so the 3D matrix will start to work against you. People in your life will start to get difficult. When you're in the void, especially if you're in a relationship. I remember the first time, because in the void space, you're challenged to crucify aspects of yourself that were coping mechanisms that kept you safe. And one of those common coping mechanisms, out of thousands of readings that I have done and all the other covens that I have led before this one of the most common things is that we feel, when people are dysregulated around you, do you tend to try to be the one to calm people down? Do you tend to be the one to try to get people to see, like, okay, we ain't got to be yelling at each other and stuff, just calm down? Is that you? You know, do you tend to be the more chill one? Do you tend to be the one where you would pause before you speak because you don't want to say something out of anger that you know, didn't really mean, but you was just caught up in the heat of the moment, and so you'll just take a pause, or you would pull off and just go spend time with yourself before addressing something? Like, if that's you, 9 times out of 10, you have felt responsible to be the emotional thermostat for your environment. And so energetically, what happens is, yes, me too. So energetically, what happens is, in my dream, you funny, right? We become anchors for other people's nervous system. And imagine if you could see tentacles of energy coming through you. So what happens is, and you've probably been doing this since you was in elementary school. Because when you in the void, a lot of old feelings, old memories, old traumas will come back to you. And so if you could imagine your nervous system created a tentacle, and that tentacle is always feeling the environment, and it's always feeling for the temperature. And so you're the thermometer, always feeling, always noticing things. If somebody's tone change, you notice. If somebody has a micro expression, a micro aggression, you notice. Even when other people don't notice, even when the person that's doing it don't notice, they're not even aware of themselves, but you notice, right? So these tentacles of energy, these cords, connect to all of these different experiences and the people involved in the experiences and their nervous system. Those cords don't cut themselves. So you go throughout your life, your whole life, with these cords, okay? Yes. And so when you are in the void, you're there because the purpose is for you to cut the cords. Now, cord cutting rituals are powerful. They are effective. they do work well. But if you do not get into the energy of the physical body, where the cords are anchored inside of your body, a cord cutting ritual is not going to really get down to the root of it. It may remove some of the negativity that you feel from it. You may feel a release after you do a cord cutting. I don't know if y'all are familiar with cord cuttings or have done any cord cuttings, but when you do cord cuttings, I have 3 different cord cuttings that are my main go-tos, and that's on my Patreon, where the vault of every ritual, every ceremony I've ever taught is located. But I tell you what to eat. So your cord cutting frequency with data with food. I tell you how to use the egg to do the egg cleansing, the egg limpia. I tell you how to decode what the egg communicates to you once you crack it open and put it in a glass of water and let it sit. Okay. I've been walking people through this for years. And this is something that I grew up seeing my mothers and my grandmothers do. Now, they will tell you they are Bible thumping, Bible belt wearing Christians. But I remember my entire life them doing rituals. Okay. And hoodoo is like, a lot of Christians practice hoodoo. You know, they would call it superstition. If you broke a mirror, they would tell you to go outside and throw some salt over your shoulder so you don't get 7 years of bad luck. They would tell you when somebody died to turn the mirrors over, cover the mirrors up. Like, all of those things was magic, and magic is ritual. Magic is ceremony. Magic is intention with the idea in your mind to manifest a specific outcome using certain ingredients, right? That's all that it is. It's manifestation. We're manifesting all day, every day. We're magical beings. So we're always doing magic. But when you bring awareness and intention to it, when you carve out time, space, and energy to do it, and when you're willing to even invest money into doing it, those things is what makes magic more powerful.